Hello children, how are you all? Hope you are all doing good. I'm also doing good. So today from the chapter Introduction to Algebra, we are going to cover few concepts. Well, let me ask you a question. Can anyone say what is an algebra? Yes, let me explain. Algebra is a branch of mathematics where we use symbols, mostly English alphabets, to represent or denote the numbers. Right? So, in algebra, the first new term is constant. So, can anyone say what is a constant? Constant. What is the meaning? Same, right? So, the quantity which has a fixed value is called constant. Okay. So, in mathematics, can you say what are the fixed values? Yes, all the numbers are fixed, right? So, we cannot change the values of numbers, right? All the numbers are called constants, right? All the numbers. Fine. Now, what is a variable? In the name itself it is there. Vary means change, right? So, a quantity which changes its value is called variable. What are variables in algebra? All the English alphabets. Okay? All the English alphabets. A, B, C, X, Y, Z and so on up to Z. All the English alphabets are called variables in algebra. Fine children? Now, if I ask a question like 5 added to 7, how you will represent this statement? 5 added to 7. 5 added to 7. How we will write this? 7 plus 5. 5 added to 7. Right? So now if I ask another question like a number added to 6. A number added to 6 or sum of a number and 6. How we will represent it? Sum of a number and 6. A number means the unknown value. So we can take any variable here. In the place of unknown value, we can take any variable. Right? Variable. Let us take x. Sum of a number and 6. We will represent this statement like this. Right? So, as this expression includes only numbers. Okay, this expression is having only numbers, right? So, this type of expression is called numerical expression. Numerical expression. And this expression is having a variable as well as a constant. So, this type of expressions are called algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions. So, got the difference between numerical expressions and algebraic expressions? Yes. Fine. Now, let's move on to term. What is a term? A term is either a variable or a constant or a product of both. Let us see. Term. A term is either a variable or a constant or a product of both. Both means 2x. Okay? Term is nothing but either a variable or a constant or a product of both variable and constant. Those are called as terms. Okay children? Here in this term, 2 is called as numerical coefficient. Numerical coefficient of x. 2 is called numerical coefficient of x and x is called literal coefficient of 2. Literal coefficient. Okay. 2 is called numerical coefficient of x and x is called literal coefficient of 2. Got it, children? So we have two types of terms. Okay, one is like term and the second thing is unlike term. We have two types of term. The first one is like term and the second one is unlike term. Let us see what are those. Like terms. Like terms means terms having same variable. Terms having same variables are called like terms. So let us see some examples. 12x, 20x, 100x and so on. If you see these terms, these are all having the same variable x, right? So these type of terms are called like terms. Now let us see what are unlike terms. Terms with different variables. Okay, terms with different variables are called unlike terms. Let us see some examples. 12x, 14y, 18z, 30a and so on. If you see here, we have different variables x, y, z, a and so on. So these are unlike terms. Got it, children? Yeah. Now let us see what are different types of expressions. Types of expressions. Types of expressions. First one is monomial. What is this? Monomial. The name itself it is there. Mono means one. So an expression which is having only one term, then the type of expression is called monomial. If an expression having only one term, then the type of expression is called monomial. Let us see some examples. 12x, 14y, 100z and so on. Okay, these are monomials. And the second type of expression is binomial. Bi means two. Okay, if an expression have two terms in it, then the type of expression is called binomial. See here, example, 12x plus 14y, 18a plus 100b. If you see this expression, it is having two terms, 18a and 100b. So this type of expressions are called binomials. Now let us see trinomial. Tri means three. If an expression have three terms in it, then the type of expressions are called trinomials. Examples, 12x plus 14y plus 15z. One more example, 13a plus 19b plus 45c. These are having three terms, right? So this type of expressions are called trinomials. So what are polynomials then? All these expressions are together called polynomials. Got it, children? Yes. Now let us see what is an equation. What is an equation? What is an equation? What is an equation? An equation is an algebraic expression which represents the equality of two mathematical statements. See here, 2a plus 5 is equal to 7. Here we have equal to symbol, right? So this equal to symbol represents that left hand side is equal to right hand side, right? Understood? So what are the different parts of an equation? Here 2 is called coefficient. What is it? Coefficient. A is variable. 5 and 7 are called constants. And plus is operator. Okay, these are the various terms involved in equation. Now let us see what is solution of an equation. Solution of an equation. Solution of an equation is that which when substituted for a variable in the equation makes left hand side is equal to right hand side. Understood? So we can find the solution of an equation by two methods. The first method is trial and error method. Trial and error method. Okay, so now I am taking an example. X plus 2 is equal to 4. Now how to solve this equation? Okay, first I will take various values of x and substitute here in the value of x. Okay, for x is equal to 1. So if I substitute x is equal to 1, let us see what we will get. 1 plus 2. What is 1 plus 2? Is equal to 3. What is 3? LHS, right? Which is not equal to 4. RHS. So when we substitute the value of x here, it should be equal to RHS. But here when I substitute x is equal to 1, we did not get the value of RHS. So now what I will do is, I will take the another value for x. X is equal to 2. I will substitute x is equal to 2 here. So 2 plus 2. What is 2 plus 2? 4. Which is, this is LHS, right? LHS. Which is equal to 4 RHS. When I substitute x is equal to 2 in this equation, I got the value of RHS. LHS is equal to RHS. So, the solution for this equation is x is equal to 2. Got it? So, now we will find the solution of an equation by another method, which is systematic method. Systematic method. What is systematic method? I'll take example. X plus 7 is equal to 12. So in systematic method, we want to find the value of x, right? So we need to isolate x. And we have to check what are the other operations involved in this equation. Okay, here we have other than x, we have plus 7, right, in LHS. So what we have to do, we have to take opposite sign. Okay, plus 7. What is opposite of plus 7? Minus 7, right? So we have to subtract 7 on both sides. Let us see. Subtracting 7 on both sides. So x plus 7, subtracting 7, right? Minus 7 is equal to 12 minus 7. Plus 7 minus 7 gets cancelled. So x is equal to 12 minus 7, 5. So x is equal to 5 is the solution of x plus 7 is equal to 12. So we can check this answer by substituting x is equal to 5 in this equation. So see how we can check. Substituting x is equal to 5 in x plus 7 equal to 12. So 5 plus 7. What is 5 plus 7? 12, which is equal to RHS. When I substitute x is equal to 5 here, I got RHS value. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. So, the answer which we get is correct. Right, children? So, what all we learnt in today's class? First, what is algebra? What are constants? What are variables? And what are terms? Like terms, unlike terms, literal coefficient, numerical coefficient, types of expressions, and trial and error method and systematic method. Hope you all have understood, children. Thank you.